Hi, I'm Zoe from Build It Brilliant, and I work exclusively with people in the helping professions. So, therapists, well-being coaches, health professionals, yoga teachers, those sorts of people. And I help them with business development, particularly around strategy, creative ideas, and the effective use of online technology. So in this video, I am going to give you an introduction to LinkedIn. For those that haven't used it before, aren't sure of the functionality, what you would use it for your business, how it can help you, those sorts of things, because I truly believe in demystifying the use of technology so you can get out there and help more people. So let's get into it. It's all about building your professional network. So the obvious use for LinkedIn is if you want to work with corporate companies, then LinkedIn is a great place to connect with people who might be wanting workshops, retreats, all the sorts of things that you would offer to a business. But that is not the only use for LinkedIn. The other use that I see a lot of people missing out on is the people connecting and building relationships with the people who you want to refer you clients. So if there are people within an NHS setting that you'd really like to get in contact with and build a relationship with so that they then refer you clients, or there's people in terms of you're networking and you want to connect with those people to build a relationship with them that are going to turn into leads, then LinkedIn is a great use for building your professional network. There's also an element of none of us are an island, and you need a certain amount of professionals in your business in order to support you. So again, how are you connecting with those people? LinkedIn is a great way to get to know some good other professional people, like mortgage advisors and pension people, and people that are going to sort out your finances, accountants, all these kind of additional services in your life that you might need. Then LinkedIn is a platform where you can connect and grow your professional network, and that is what LinkedIn is all about. As I said, the profile on LinkedIn is super, super fantastic because it's also comes up a search engine. So if you typed in Zoe Thompson into Google, my LinkedIn profile was one of the things that would come up very high up on that return search. So it's also really good for helping people to search for you and connect with you. The biggest and most important part of LinkedIn is your profile. So I'm going to go into the elements of your profile and how you can make that look super, super good. And there's lots of information that you can put on your profile in LinkedIn. After that, I'm going to talk about going to a networking meeting and connecting with people and how you might do that and how you search people on LinkedIn and how you use the QR codes to help people to connect with you in a networking meeting. And then after that, I'm going to go in a little bit into company pages and the difference between personal profile and company pages. So let's dive in with the profile. So here you can see my profile. If I click on it, it'll come up. But I just wanted to bring your attention to this here. This is a massive part of your profile, and telling people what you do, what you offer. There's a lot of characters here, and I see so many people using only a quick definition. They use their job title. And really, you want to think at this point of what people are searching for and what people will find you for or want your services for, and really put in some juicy information in this little bit here. How do we change it? So if I click on my name, this is my profile, and you literally click on the little pencils in order to update the various bits. Professional image, please. Get yourself a really good professional looking image for your LinkedIn. And this header at the top you can design on Canva, but it's really good to put something about yourself, a little bit about what you offer or that next step into the header on your LinkedIn profile. So we're going to click on this little pencil here, and here is your name, and at the bottom, headline here, this is the bit underneath your name where you can really maximize with search words, keywords. What are people gonna do to find you? What are they going to type in? And, you know, put some of those in there and a real clear what to do next kind of stuff. Down here we've got current position, so you can put in your business and put what you are, what industry you're in. You can add your education, your location, those sorts of things, and click save. And that is all your intro information. Down here we have about. This is the bit that I think is really useful, and you can spend more time here. I have to credit a fantastic lady called Judy Parsons, who is the LinkedIn lady, in helping me to write my about and what is really important to get in here. So she's amazing and got her finger on the pulse when it comes to everything LinkedIn. So if you want to search Judy Parsons, the LinkedIn lady, and go find her on LinkedIn, I'd highly recommend it. So in here we have 2,600 characters. That's quite a lot, and we want to get across who we are, what we do, what's our experience, and almost, you know, why would people connect with you? So I've got a little bit about me, and then some client feedback, comments, my clients who I work with, what I do, a little bit about the membership that I offer and the specialities that are my skills and what I do. So you've got 2,600 characters there. So really think about how you can get across the fantastic stuff that you do and tell people more about you. Here we have some skills that you can enter in to say what your skills are, what you're really good at, and then save. The next thing is featured. Looking at this, I want to update some of these, but this is a really great way. You can add a post, write an article, add a link, or add media. And this is a really great way if you've got something that people can download, or like my book is on there, or you do a regular post, a regular blog, you can put those on there. And it's a really good way of giving people more information and more resources about what you do. The activity is your posts of what you have posted on the feed. And then we've got experience, where you add in where you've worked, what your current position is. And there's loads of space in here as well to tell people about your company, about your mission, about your values, about who you work with, why you work with them, all sorts of things. And again, you can add images here again, which is really good. So you can put plenty of information in here to help people to understand who you are, what your experience has been, and what you offer. Education, skills, recommendations is really good as well. So you can ask your clients and your people to give you a recommendation, and then it tells people a little bit more about the services that you offer, and then interest at the bottom. So as you can see in your profile, there is a lot of information that you can get in there. And I would say that the majority of your time is going to be spent on your profile and getting your profile right. Okay, so how do you connect with people, particularly around networking? So when you're networking or meeting people, chances are that you are going to not have your laptop, you're going to use your phone. So let me just swap to my phone so I can show you what it looks like on my phone. And we can go through the nifty little ways that you connect with somebody for in a networking meeting. Okay, so we're going to log into LinkedIn, and when we log into LinkedIn on our phone, if you click up here in search at the top, there's a little square that comes up just in the corner here. And if you click on this, this will give you your QR code for LinkedIn. So this is my code. At the top it says my code. So If I met somebody at an event and wanted to connect with them on LinkedIn, they literally can scan that QR code and it will take them directly to my LinkedIn and then they can connect with me. Or we've got scan. So if I click scan, it would allow me then to scan their code and connect with them. So it's really quick way. You don't have to type people's names in. You don't have to, how do you spell that? Oh, I can't find you. All of that, you can just literally scan the QR code with your phone's camera and it would take you directly to the profile and then you can click to connect with that person, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, so coming back to desktop then. What happens if you haven't connected with that person in an actual event and you want to connect with them and find them when you get back? So the search up here is your answer. You can type in a name of somebody. So I don't know, let's guess, Paul. And when you click enter, it's going to come up with all the various different options for that person. What I think is really interesting about LinkedIn in particular is, can you see all this at the top? These are fantastic. So you can search for a company or a group or a particular event, and there's so many filters within this platform. It's amazing. So if you're looking for a certain person, you type in their name and then it's going to come up with all these different people called Paul. Okay, it's going to be a lot of people called Paul. But you can then say you only want Pauls in the United Kingdom, or you only want Pauls that work for a certain company. So you could add the company in and add features. Now, you might say, Zoe, well, I've met them and I know who they are, so I'll just find them. But what about the wider implications of this? So say I wanted to connect with people who work in therapy companies. I could type in therapists and click enter. And then I could, these are people, but then I could look for certain companies, certain connections, certain people. So if I do down on here, do companies, and all of a sudden all of these companies come up, so you can then go, okay, well, that's interesting, I want to have a look at this one. It will even come up with who works for that company. So if you click on people, it will tell you all of the people that work for that particular company. So you can then message them, or you could ask your network, does anybody know this particular person? So it's a great way to get leads and contacts for your business by getting to know the kind of people in the businesses that you would like to connect to. It's fantastic for the search engine element of LinkedIn is really fantastic. What I would say is that does lead to quite a lot of kind of messages and people get in touch with you saying that they want to connect. It is up to you to curate who you connect with. So LinkedIn will learn from the kinds of people that you connect with and who you might be interested in connecting with. So don't have a load of connections who are random and don't really impact your business. So have a think about who is it that's really going to help you in your business, and who is it that's going to be a great contact to connect with. And those are the people that you should be connecting with on LinkedIn. So it's okay if somebody messages and you go, I don't know who you are and I don't really want to connect with you. It's fine. Like, don't connect with everybody. And you do get quite a lot of people sort of trying to connect with you. I've seen some do it really well, and I've done some seen it really poorly. So it is up to you in terms of kind of who you connect with and curating that audience so that you have a really good professional network of people who help you within your business. So let's take, I don't know, say I go to occupational therapists. I'll just pick one and show you how you would connect with them. People, let's do, I don't know, this person. And there's just a connect button. So if you click connect, it'll ask if you want to write a note. which is a little message to say to them why you're sending them a connection request, why you might be interested in that particular person. I would also kind of look at their profile, maybe comment on some of their posts, maybe look at some of the events that they might be going to, so that you could then have a look and say, oh, they're going to go to this event, so you can book on and maybe go meet them at that particular event. So I think LinkedIn is a fantastic search engine, really, of connecting with people, growing your professional network, and helping you to find leads. So posting is very simple, very similar to most other platforms, where you can just create a post and then put your videos, add your videos, hashtag people, things that are relevant to that post, and click post. So pretty similar to most other platforms. And then there's also your network is who you're connected to, and also invitations and requests is all in my network. Jobs I won't go through because that's less relevant. And then messaging, if you want to communicate with people back and forth, then you go into messaging and do that. And that is pretty much LinkedIn. I think the most important thing in LinkedIn is your profile. So spend a little time with your profile, curating that. Oh, I was going to go into business pages, wasn't I? Good little reminder to myself there. So business pages, do you need a company page? I use a lot of my profile, but I do have a company page, so that then it comes up here as Build It Brilliant, and Build It Brilliant exists as a company. So there are advantages and disadvantages to having a company page, mainly that you now have two things to update. But down here I have company, Build It Brilliant, and if you click on that, then it exists as a company, and then you can put in events related to that company, put some hashtags that are relevant to that company, and you know, build up that page as a company. So there are benefits to having it set up as a company page, as well as having a personal page. I personally don't do a lot with this company page, as you could see. I could probably do a lot more, but yeah, have a think about whether you want to set up as a company, and then on your profile it comes up pretty here. It comes up as Build It Brilliant here as a company. So it may be useful for you to have your company page set up as well as your personal profile. Depends whether people are going to connect with you as a person or as a business. Up to you in terms of how much time you want to spend and what you want to do. But personally, I have it there as a page so people can find it, but I post more on my profile and on my personal page. That's personal preference and what I feel is right for my business. You've got to think about what's right for you. Okay, I think that's enough on LinkedIn. And I hope that's really helped you get started and learn about where it can be helpful. Ultimately, it's about growing your personal professional network and those people that can help you to grow and build your business. That is it for this week. Thank you very much for joining me and for watching, and I will see you next week for the next video.